Dad group project, so most definitely have to talk about you being a father. What are your takes on it? I love to do it. I think it's like my favorite thing in the world to do, to be honest.
Man, listen, being a father,
guess so.
right.
Yeah.
You enjoy it.
I enjoy the making part.
Making it raising.
And nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm just fertile.
You keeping it in house. You ain't out
Bellamy
there,
gang.
For
sure.
Right, big shots out.
But I think fatherhood, man, that's the most. It's a precious thing.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter, so
shout her out. She definitely needs to see her daddy. Shout her out.
Man. I think just having a little girl, it brought a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that my daughter taught me, I think I learned more from her than what she learns from me.
I can see that. I understand that.
But dealing with a little girl, it taught me about details. Because you got to be real specific when you're dealing with a girl.
Period.
Like, just across the board. I got godsons, so talking to them direct is one thing.
Right.
And, growing up and, dating and all that, having your experiences with women, I'd be like, man, well, it ain't clicking. Well, then when I talk to my daughter,
it brings a new appreciation.
I was like, oh, this ain't just we just arguing. Like, no, I have to really talk to a woman differently. I really got to talk in more in depth. I have to be more specific. I have to talk in details.
You better.
You know what I'm saying? I talk to my, my godson, hey man, sit your ass down. And he's like, all right.
I want no smoke.
I tell my daughter to sit down. Why?
I have 3. I get
it. They ask a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying?
And they remember everything. Every answer you give, they gonna repeat it exactly how you said it.
Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna do this and give me 20 minutes.
Right.
I don't know how they know 20 minutes that went by. Daddy, you still gonna let me?
Right.
I'm like, bro, that was an hour ago. They remember.
We on it.
But she taught me so much patience. She definitely taught me how to deal with women differently. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that little girl never dies in a woman, no matter how old they get.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And so I never paid attention to that. I always thought like, man, you need to grow up, girl. Get out your feelings. You too grown for that. And I'm like, hold on. My daughter and my lady saying the same thing. It doesn't, but then when I realized with myself, I'm like, well, that little boy is still saying the same thing too. So it taught me that no matter how old you get, that child in you is still yearning for something. It ain't even got to be from an abandonment thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be a bad experience. It's just that childlike energy keeps us alive.
I agree.
So my daughter definitely taught me how to navigate through life with patience, with a lot of gentleness.
Yeah, because
you can't see, and I can testify to that because my grandson plays football now, and this is his first year. And I want him to go out there and be, like I was. I'm thinking, when I put him on the field, he got it. It's because it's in him. Nah, it's you definitely have to have patience. I get him out here. He can run, he can catch, but he can't tackle nothing. He won't hit nothing. So, I be getting so like, and I have to be like, okay, I be forgetting.
Come down.
This your first year.
You gotta learn.
You ain't never played before. It's a learning experience. Just it's my patience. Okay, I gotta have a whole lot of patience with.
But you have older daughters. So we have younger daughters. You have older daughters.
Definitely.
You've seen the full 360 from infant to teen to woman. You've seen it.
Yeah, man. That having a daughter is just
I love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm out, filming or teaching, it's just something about how kids greet you when you walk through the door. And they ain't seen, what I'm saying, especially like she come on, daddy. It was like, like nothing can beat that. No. You can't put a dollar amount. You can't put an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, on that. She's made me a better artist because kids live in that imagination.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff, like we'll be in the car riding, she'll say some stuff off the wall. And it don't even be making no sense. But in her world,
it makes sense.
It makes plenty sense.
It's clear.
Definitely.
But I realized like I need to bring that to my artistry. Because there's a freedom in that. You know what I'm saying? And some of the ways as to how like, talking to her like how grandparents would talk to us or our aunties and uncles. When I would catch myself doing that, I'd be like, damn, they did a lot of stuff without explaining. And then I would do that. And then my daughter wouldn't get it right. And then I would catch myself getting upset. I'm like, dang, I don't think I explained to her what I wanted her to do. So I'm over here like, I got yelled at for the same thing. So let me change this. Okay, let's talk.
Right.
This is what you're doing. This is how you do it. This is why you're doing it. Okay, she'll go do it. Now we don't have an issue. So when I look at how I was brought up and the generation before and my friends, we was told to do stuff, but it was never explained. Yeah,
and I think that's something that we at our generation, I feel like are really on top of. Like I overly talk to my kids. I talk to my kids so much. I know they get tired of talking to me. Daddy, I want to talk. Well, we're gonna talk some more.
I keep it 1,000 with my son. And the things I know that we talk about, or the things I even say to him, I know my parents would have never, we have more. We have more patience. But we're in a different situation than our forebears. We're not having to hit a time clock for 12 hours to not make anything to do. You know what I'm saying? We actually have the means to take a little bit more time and say, you know what? Let me make sure you understand what I just said.
Well, that and you can't whoop your child ass in the store no more.
Right. Yeah.
But I slide you to the bathroom.
Right. You gotta be patient.
Yeah. See, that plays a big part in it. Like when we I'm pretty sure everybody sitting here can vouch for the ass whoopings in public. Well, if you show out or get out of line, man, that shit going down wherever they're at. Man, it's going down.
Wherever you slipped out at, that's where that ass is popped at.
Man, wherever it's at, but it's going down. They're not playing. Yeah, hit
immediately.
Yeah. But I think I do believe that is needed because in our generation, a lot of parents did come home taking their frustrations of work out on their kids. So some of the ass whoopings that we got was our fault. Some of it ain't got nothing to do with us.
You was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I was talking to my student that came over and helped me with an audition, and what the state that we're in our country, with a recession. And I sat back and I was like, damn. I was so mad at my mom because 2008, that's when the other recession was, I was in high school. And I know me and my mom was going through like a rough patch during that time. But understanding the recession that we're in now, I'm like, damn, I get why
they came home wearing their shoulders the way they wore their shoulders.
Yeah, and it was like a forgiveness that happened because I'm like, that don't mean I'm justifying what happened.
You have an understanding.
I have a better understanding.
I have an understanding.
And I was like that too, because eventually, when I right when I got out of high school, I started working the job that my mom worked the whole time I was in school. And I think I came home making more than she did. And she been working here for
way before you did.
20 years. And it was crazy. So I was like, damn. After getting my chick, I'm looking like, damn, man, she had 4 kids and all this, but she did it with this.
And she kept it shaking.
You feel me? She did it with this. Shit, that's when I looked at my mama like a superwoman. You feel me?
Yeah.
It brings an appreciation when you got to walk in those footsteps as a parent. Shit, I don't care what you say.
I saw the chick, nigga. I'm looking at it like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this?
Right.
Yeah.
But she managed to do, you know what I mean?
What she
made a miracle with this. You feel me? While I'm looking at this, like, what is this? She took that in.
It brings a perspective into clarity, for sure.
I just had a conversation with. I was talking to my mama, but my son was in the car, and it was basically on some single parenting stuff, really a single mother type. Because I know I had talked to Marcus over the phone about it, but I was just looking, at myself and my situation. I was like, I really make shit happen. Like, I am a single parent. I said, I've been doing this since my son was born. Like, I really make shit happen. Like, I brought the little Oculus Quest. That thing $300.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I bust my ass, but my son's well taken care of.
Work.
And I've been doing this. I just want him to grow up with that respect for me. With that same, like Roger said, like I want to be his superhero or his superstar, whatever it is. Like, I feel like for me, that'll be the utmost thing for me. Especially when he get older, to know and understand, like, damn, my mama really did that.
She really did that. And I feel like you're gonna have that conversation.
Right. Right now, no, he's still a kid. He don't understand that.
I didn't understand it or realize it until, like I said, I was like 17, 18 maybe. Almost turning 19, and I got she got me the job. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I understood it then. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got my first check, 40 hours,
right.
for 40 hours.
Right.
Like,
how?
And then I looked at her, and she just happy go lucky.
And I went,
she got her little schmuck on, bro. She like shit.
I went through the same thing with my mother.
I love this woman, bro.
Right.
She, you know what I mean? Like, that's what made me realize who she really was. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because, man, ain't no way. She, I quit.
Get up out of there.
I quit. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, I quit. You feel me? But it was just, seeing that. You know what I mean? That's what made me have a different appreciation.
I went through that with my mama. Like, I was like, dang, this woman work all the time. She ain't spend no time with us. This and the third. But she was a single mother, and it wasn't by choice. Like, my father passed away, so she had to do what she had to do to take care of us. And, growing up, it's like I said, dang, she always leaving us at home by herself.
It's to the man. Like, at the end of the day, the woman she don't have a choice anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like shit, some of these niggas just gonna be deadbeats. Some might be in prison. You know what I'm saying, for a long time, or some might, you know what I mean, be dead. You feel what I'm saying? Like, those three situations right there alone, you know what I mean? That just, a woman gonna have to be a woman regardless. So,
and I really come
and I got super respect for all women. You feel what I'm saying? That done had kids by, either one of the three, either they kids that are deceased, or in prison, or just ain't shit. You feel me? Like, big shouts out to them because they making sure these kids have shit. They looking good, going to school, on my timeline. You feel me? So big salute to all the women that's doing it singly. You feel me?
I think that's something in our community that we really need to talk about one day. There's a difference between quoting, first of all, to any women that hear this and think that I'm not understanding how you're feeling, please hear the whole thing before I get chewed out by the woman community.
Yeah.
I've met women who really do it by themselves. I'm talking about there's nobody, there's no father, there's no support, there's nothing, and they've made it happen. So, like, my mama, she had help, but not like that kind of help. Like, she really would get off after a 12-hour shift and show me how to swing a baseball. Show me how to, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between a single mother and quoting yourself as being a single mother, or being a single father and quoting yourself as a single father. If you receive help, I can't.
Yeah, you ain't by yourself.
You're not by yourself.
I'm not knocking.
That burns me up.
And I'm not knocking.
That lives with you.
And I'm not knocking your struggle or your plight. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But I've met women who really have to go to bed with them and God, and that's all they got.
That's all they got.
I've really met women I met fathers like that. That's all they got is God and them. And I feel like we as a community, stop saying that.
This is putting it in its proper context. because there is a difference.
Yeah, it's different.
Like if you are getting assistance, the child's father is there. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not in this by yourself.
No, he exists.
Not at all.
You just have,
especially if he's there.
Right, you just have full custody. That's it. That's
you're the custodial parents.
That's it.
The state said you pushed them out. There it is.
That's it. And y'all, however y'all figure out who's gonna claim what during tax season, that's between y'all. But you have help. You're not out here doing this by yourself. Now you have some out here that want to do it by themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
You do have that, you know, but at the end of the day, that's that individual's choice, the individual's decision.
I just don't like I feel like when there are people that use that single parent term and you know that they exist, I feel like it besmudges, if that's a word, but not I just made it up. It makes people that are really doing it look bad because they're really, that's like me saying I'm poor because I can't buy the new Jordans, but it's the person beside me and next to him who can't afford to eat. Yeah. I'm not poor. I'm just having a bad week. So I don't know. I just feel like that conversation parentally in the Black community, we really need to like hone in on it because it's spinning out of control right now.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of fatherhood, see the logo's changed. So explain that. What's going on with the logo, Marcus?
So I just thought the 7 need to be changed. Nah, man.
That 7 ain't just
mine.
There's a process to that.
Nah, man.
So for those who cannot see it,
it
is the infinity sign.
It is.
And it's an 8. Mm-hmm. You want to explain that?
You want it now?
No, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yes, me and Brittany are expecting a child due in January. This will be my 8th child, the Bellamy Gang Incorporated. Yeah, go ahead and make the pull-out jokes. I swear I've heard them all.
We know that.
It's not, but you know
it's
what?
Weak.
You was worried about me when I rubbed your knee. You said I want to get pregnant.
I wasn't trying to get pregnant.
I'm just first.
You look at a motherfucker the wrong way, Marcus. They pregnant.
Absolutely not.
Y'all should have seen me here. I was like, keep your elbow over there. Keep your knee over there. I'm not trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. We are bringing.
Don't even look at me wrong.
I am bringing my 8th child into the world, and people like really be looking at me crazy, but like I enjoy it every single time it happens. Like I can't explain it. I had to have the kids that I had. I feel like your kids are a manifestation of everything about you reincarnated.
Definitely.
Yeah, but
so your parents tell you this.
So that just tells you how many different personalities that I have up here. Because
my mama be like, all right, just keep on. Jada gonna do it to you too. Yeah. Just keep on. I'd be like,
man, listen,
kids will definitely let you know how to
one to a many. Being a parent is hard.
It is.
Period. But like I said, shout out to the 8. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 7 and the one on the way. Mm-hmm. Make sure you guys check out the raffle. Hey, I appreciate the support in the building. It's first class episode. We dropping big stuff. We got. You know what I'm saying? We dropping news. We changing logos. We
in the building.
Look, we got new juice that came through with the production. We're really doing it. You know.
Season 2.
I'm just glad to be here. Like I say all the time, I'm really just glad to be here. You know. Okay. So yeah, that's the change of the logo. The logo's not changing anymore. This is my last child on camera. This is it. I promise, kinda, sorta, maybe. This is it. I hope.
We gonna see.
Don't hold your breath.
So I want to know, how did you get into acting? Like, how did you come about acting?
Okay, so
that's a good question.
I started. The church got me started acting, doing church plays. Easter plays.
I hated those.
The Easter speeches and the Christmas plays.
I hated those.
I loved it.
Oh my God.
That was my time.
I hated it.
I loved it.
Hey, it was so, and it's so funny, because I always have been like kind of like in left field. Like, you feel me? Like, like my mom I used to spend my little money on freezer cups. I used to get a whipping every Sunday, man. Lady tell me, like, look, man, put the money in church.
Yeah.
But the freezer cup lady was beside the freezer cup lady was beside the church. You feel me? So I'm trying to figure out some kind of way where I can get me a 15-cent flip flop. You feel me? Look, and not waste it on myself. That was the main thing, because I would always tell on myself.
Because you caught
every time, man. I got red, grape, orange, man. I get my ass whooped every Sunday, man, about these people church
put
money.
That money in the basket.
Yeah, so like. the lady at the Sunday school, like, I used to go to vacation Bible school too. I do know the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? Man, the lady used to give me, she used to try to find the easiest scripture, like, you feel me? Because I was so hard. Man, we can't get him nothing. Just too long. If he get a paragraph or something, Lord, he might start cussing.
Jesus will.
Please, in something real light. Hold the cross. Walk up here with the cross or something.
Just don't even say nothing. Just don't even say
that. Just look cute. I definitely remember those, those.
Man, I hated it. I hated it.
I love it. Was fun. It was fun, but
my grandma was the pastor
always
of the
gave
church.
me like the shortest part. I had the smallest role.
Amen.
God is good.
You know what I mean?
Now go sit down.
So from the church, when did you know it was going to be something that you were going to do forever? Like, not forever. I hate that word. But that was going to be the road you was going to take as far as your journey. You knew you wanted
something that you really wanted to do. Really like, this is what you was doing. Like,
right.
I knew.
Or like it became clear then.
Yeah. When did you get the clarity?
I knew when I watched Lion King, Aladdin, Home Alone.
You knew a long time ago.
Yeah. But
not to say you're older than that.
I'm only 30.
No, so, Home Alone.
But listen, like I knew
classic.
I knew
classic
within that 5 to 7 year old age range. But growing up founding, that wasn't the culture. So going around school, wanted to act, sing, and dance and all that stuff. You get picked on for that. Cause
it ain't manly, ain't too many niggas like, oh yeah, I'm going to drum. I'm going to drama.
For real though. Yeah, like I wanted to be
dodging drama.
Right.
Drama.
No, I wanted
to get this off my goddamn.
So we didn't even have it. I don't even remember. I know we had an arts class, but I don't remember a drama class at elementary. But like I used to dress up, try to. I want to be like Usher so bad. Then you got a bad big white tee and the blue jeans. I couldn't get the U chain, so I get a little dog tag. And I think that was the first time I heard. I think it was the first time I got called gay. Wow. I think I was like in the 4th or 5th grade. So I didn't know what that meant. Because everybody wanted to be rappers or athletes. I'm like, man, I want to be like us. I'm like, nigga, you want to sing? I was like, what? I don't even know what that means. So the dudes, they didn't want to rock with you if you didn't rap or if you didn't play ball. So I was like, well, shit.
And that probably happens way more in our community, especially. Yeah, if you don't fit in that box, you have to be something negative. It has to be something wrong.
So that's when I put it on the back burner. I put it on the back burner. I was like, well, let me go play ball. So I would go hoop with the dudes during PE. And then it went on to middle school. I started playing football in the 7th grade. And then high school hit, I'm one of the dudes on the team. So, but it was always there. I would always find ways to still act and entertain. Class clown.
Mr. Bobbitt.
Listen, I knew Bobbitt to the T.
Favorite class.
And I would always, I knew all my teachers' weaknesses. So I knew with Bobbitt, he would tell us his
what to say to him to bother him.
Like, hey guys, if you don't talk about the moon and the planets and shit like that. So, because if you brought up the Milky Way, he'll shut class down. Or the Clemson Tigers, it was something else.
He didn't like the Bobbitt.
Yeah, so I have a day where I don't want to do no work. Like, I got this. I'm about to go in there and talk something. Man, Bob, we won't get no work done. By the time it's time for Bobbitt to teach, that bell don't run, we gone.
This is true. I was in that class, literally in there.
So I had Mr. Evans my senior year. And those of you who know Mr. Evans, he was speech and debate coach at Hillcrest. He taught English, and he had us read Macbeth in class. And he loves some goddamn Shakespeare. He loved that Macbeth story. So, he going in, Macbeth. I'm in there with him. He put me to the silent class one day. He was like, man, you need to really think about speech and debate and acting. I was like, nah, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, being called gay during that time, it's a hard. It messed with my head. I was like, nah, man, we don't do that, man. I'm trying to go to the league, this, that, and the third. Graduated high school, started playing JUCO ball at Greenville Tech, and the Greenville Titans. That's a whole nother conversation when we got time. But my teammates, they was like, "Hey man, you need to get into acting." Now at this point, I can't remember the third album, but I would go to sleep with those albums playing. You know what I'm saying? I knew what movies I wanted to watch every day. So, but that I always would go home and that's what I would be on. You know what I'm saying? I would sit during the summertime. I would have my in-home concerts.
That's right.
The living room and the kitchen. Those were the big cities. That was the Madison Square Garden, the Staples Center. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom was the dressing room.
Sold out
every time. On the kitchen table, boy. Sold out shows everywhere. Falling on the couch like the crack here on the back. Yeah. So I was always in that. And then my pastor during that time, 2013, he was talking about this lady named Erica Johnson holding auditions for a play. And then my brother texted me and he was like, "Hey man, you gonna go out for it?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go." So I went, did the audition. I was crazy, man, Daryl or something like that. Mm-hmm. He had schizophrenia for the correct people. And then that was December 2013. And then I was like, yo, I love this. Like, oh my gosh. And it wasn't the applause from the women. It was like the dudes that was like, yo, thank you. And
when a peer congratulates you, you take it. Yeah.
Because it wasn't, the women never gave me no pushback. It was the dudes. So when you growing up, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up around majority women. You know what I'm saying? So when the only time you really hear a man applauding you is when you tackle him, scoring the bucket. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
talk about it,
yeah. So that's when it all changed. So then my purpose became, you know what? My purpose became for men who don't want to play sports, young boys who don't want to play sports.
Say this to the camera. We got to wrap this up with this. Okay. This is a good one here. So this is a good one.
My purpose became for boys who don't want to play sports. You're not a homosexual. You ain't none of those things just because you want to be an artist. You do. Playing sports does not solidify you as a man.
Doesn't confirm your masculinity.
It doesn't confirm any of that. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. And then that's what my purpose became about. So that's what I strive for. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, man. We're just glad to have you. Like, we're proud of you. Like I said, you're a South Carolina native. You know what I'm saying? Backyard native. So it's like just to see you come up and pushing forward, and you're bringing things back home. Oh, you're not taking it elsewhere. You're bringing it home. You're solidifying it here, and you're building here. And for that, the Dad Group applauds you.
Man, thank you.
We applaud y'all.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, maybe we're going to wrap it up for season 2, episode 1, part 1. What is a mouthful?
Yeah.
Y'all take care.